I am Pradeep Verma. I'm the principal architect at Varsha and Pradeep Architects. Our firm is about 15 years old in our own practice, and together Varsha and I have an experience of about 20 years or so in architecture. Quite obviously, the most interesting thing about glass is its transparency. The fact that it allows you to see through different layers of space is perhaps its most interesting and versatile quality. So it gives you an access or versatility across different spatial volumes, which wasn't existent before you had a product like glass. The main thing in the Indian context with glass is that glass obviously has the clear disadvantage that it allows light inside, and along with light obviously comes heat. So given the fact that most of India is quite warm, whether it's warm humid or it is hot dry, you still need to be very selective about how much sunlight you do allow inside. So handling glass is more about striking the right balance in the Indian context. So say you can use it a little more freely on the northern side and maybe to some extent on the eastern side, but bulk of your west and your south you need to protect or still shade through different devices. Now you could use architecture itself, elements of architecture itself as a shading device, or you could use external elements like louvers or what have you as a shading device. But you need to strike a balance between your requirements for transparency, your requirements for light, vis-a-vis how much heat you allow and how much, because as is quite evident from our own office, if you have too much daylighting also, sometimes there's a glare that comes in. So you have to strike a balance between all of that. So you can't use glass en masse like you can say in the European or the American context. You have to be a little bit more selective. Well, the predominant place where it helps is by increasing daylighting. I mean, we have ourselves done a platinum rated green building called Great Lakes Campus, where all the buildings are 100% daylit buildings, and that is possible only through a medium like glass. So that's the most important contribution that glass can make. It can, of course, there are special kinds of glasses, coated glass, double glass, which can give you excellent U values, and where you can replace a solid material like masonry or paneling with glass, so you can have more transparency in your building without getting too much heat in with these special glasses. But they are not necessarily as yet cost-effective solutions. It still works out a little bit more expensive in most cases, so you can do that, but the most important significant contribution towards green building is the fact that you can get a daylight and cut off your power consumption during the day. You can save almost about 5 to 10% through glass or through insulated masonry walls if they are having a good U value. Be discerning about the use of glass in the Indian context. One of the biggest problems I think architecture in our country is facing today is the rampant use of glass. I think we are using it little mindlessly, little senselessly. It's such a beautiful and versatile material that it's almost too easy for architects to make a building look nicer by use of glass. And I think we are kind of getting a little too carried away by it. So I think we need to be a little more discerning, a little more circumspect, and use it in a fashion in which it shows that an architect has applied his mind in using glass, and not that he just pasted glass to cover his building up.